What is up, my peepholes? This is your guy, Cly, and welcome back to Budget Buys. Today's video is one that I honestly did not think I was ever going to get around to, but there's something coming tomorrow that makes this kind of mandatory. Today, I am going to be talking about cheap dice. Not necessarily these cheap dice, they just happen to be the cheapest dice I've ever bought, because for $1, I got all this. Sadly, I am missing percentiles, and they are just monochromatic opaques, but the principle of the thing still stands because I don't think I'm ever going to get as many dice for $1 again. Now, these were a thrift from a local Goodwill for $1, but the topic for today is actually going to be dice that I bought online at AliExpress.com. Because tomorrow, the 11th of November 2017, they are going to be having a site-wide sale where a lot of their merchants, not all sadly, but a lot of their merchants are going to be shaving off some pretty good percentages. And I'm going to be stocking up on dice. Currently, I have my eyes set on 11 sets, some of them being repeats because I'm going to be recoloring their numbers for purposes. I'll talk about that later. But I'm just going to be getting a buttload of dice. I already have bought a good number of dice sets from the site, so I've had good experiences so far. In fact, give me a second and I will grab those. Yeah, my transition is terrible. With that horrible transition out of the way, let me bring out the toolbox. You may remember this from a previous episode where I was talking about dice storage. And I've done a slight upgrade. Instead of having just 16 sets of dice in here, I managed to squeeze in an extra 2 using these containers. I could probably squeeze more into the box if I just switched to these, but these are 2 for $1 versus 12 for $1. So what you gonna do? There is the added bonus that they're magnetic, so that's nice. Anyway, the sets in here that I got from AliExpress are here, this one, that one, both of these, and those. See, not all of my dice are super cheap, just a small percentage, because I have a lot of dice. I had a habit for a few years of buying a dice set to commemorate an event. Haven't done that in a while. Maybe I will treat myself to a metal dice set when something big happens on my channel, or goodness, if I ever actually get my podcast made, which I have to do by the end of this month. I have a coupon code that'll be expiring by the 30th. I gotta get on that. Anyway, I did at the time have a sampler of every type of cheap die you could get on AliExpress, but things have changed. There are actually several more varieties that I'm going to be getting my hands on that I won't really be talking about here. The ones that are very important are your basic opaques, your transparents, your glitter dice, because I just couldn't turn down a set of glitter dice in green, my favorite color, for $1.70. I needed to have a representative set. What can I say? Oh, I'm dropping everything. There's the metallics, and the two-tone metallics. Those are all of the varieties that I've bought. I want to go ahead and say these all roll great. I've done the float test. Everyone keeps saying, do the float test, you got them for the cheap. And I have done it. They are balanced and they are good. I ended up, when I bought all of these, buying, let's see, those 2 as well. Yep, that's all of them. I ended up with 7 sets of dice for $12. Sadly, my favorites, which are these lovely, lovely light green dice, which, yeah, that's focused enough. They are no longer available for the price that I paid. I've only seen 2 sellers on the site that have these, and they went from offering free shipping to offering $2 in shipping. So instead of getting these for $2.50, they're close to $5 now, and I'm not going to pay that. However, I want to point something out because I've been getting retweets from multiple people talking about this, and even the occasional mention whenever I bring up dice on Twitter. There are dice resellers now. A lot of them claim that they are the manufacturers when in fact they are ordering their dice from AliExpress or Alibaba.com. The difference between those two sites is AliExpress is for individual orders and small batches, whereas Alibaba.com is where you go to get large bulk wholesale. And you end up paying maybe half, if not lower, per set because you're buying them in the dozens or hundreds. And the resellers not only charge you shipping, these were all free shipping, they charge you up to 4 or 5 times as much. If I wanted to get this set right here, it would be $11 plus shipping. I paid $1.50. And there are many sellers. I just want to get that little bit of information out there. If you are willing to wait, you can buy your dice for cheap. Yes, some of the sellers do have sets that I've not seen cheap on AliExpress because they're probably new releases through Alibaba. They don't get disseminated on AliExpress until a few months in the future. If you're willing to wait a couple of months, you can get even the most expensive sets they offer. And I am talking as well about the metal sets. That one struck a nerve on me specifically because the cheapest I have seen a reseller trying to move a metal set of dice is $50 plus shipping. I can go on AliExpress and after shipping, if I catch it on a good sale day, pay $15. Without a sale, it's $25 after shipping. And they're identical. At least I believe they're identical. If I were to set up a Patreon and actually get more money in, I'd be willing to drop the $65 to $75 to buy a set from Company X, I'm not going to drop names, and AliExpress, and do a few actually scientific tests to figure out if they are identical to every parameter, and let you know if it's actually worth the extra $35 to get. The only real advantage is you're getting free shipping. Well, not free shipping, expedited shipping. That's what I mean. You're buying it usually domestically. If they make you wait even longer, they're just drop shipping, and that's more scummy. Yeah. I wouldn't be as upset if it was maybe twice the price. Plus shipping, that's fine, and I'd be even more willing to pay it if it's twice to 3 times the price in a store because I could just bring it back. But when they're trying to sell me just the basic clear greens for $11, I'm going to have a bone to pick. And a bone-colored die to pick, because if you can't tell based on color correction, these are ivory. Really nice bone color. About $1.50. Okay, I think I've gone on a long enough tirade for this video. I will hold the rest of it back for when I actually release my podcast. Let's talk repaints. I have done a video dedicated to repainting. I'll go ahead and link it right about now. And, oh, cat brought a thing onto the table. The dice sets that I've repainted are these two. Let's just pull these out of the way. I will sort them later. And this one. Let's center them up and bring in the shot. There we go. So, the beauty of buying cheap dice on AliExpress is you don't feel bad when they don't have the colors you want. So instead of having a metallic gray with white, I now have a metallic gray with metallic light green to go alongside my metallic green and black. Even better, thinking about it, is this kind of matches one of the sets from, I believe, Chessex. Could be a different manufacturer, like mainstream manufacturer, not one of the resellers. But I have seen a similar design for about $20. Maybe 15 if you're lucky. $1.50 plus $2 minus 60% for the paint. No, I think it was actually $1.50 minus 60% for the paint. And I got a better effect because their numbers are not pearlized. As for these, if you haven't seen the video, I've already linked it, but to go into a little bit more detail, I wanted some Fallout themed dice because I am a huge Fallout fanboy. So I have yellow and blue alongside blue and yellow. This one started as yellow and black, and this one started as blue and white, once again. Actually, I think it was $1.09 per set. I'm going to go into some weird specifics. It was $1.09 for these. And I already had the paint. That was the best part. So I haven't seen this color combination anywhere. I think I've seen this one before without the metallic blue. But this is currently a one-of-a-kind set. If you want to duplicate it, feel free. Have your own Vault-Tec dice. And of course, I've already talked about dice storage. One last little point of contention with the resellers, thinking about it, because some people may bring up in the comments, yes, but the resellers include dice bags. Yeah, they're little velveteen/velour dice bags with their logo on them that they probably paid at worst $1 each to get if you bought less than 100. Or if you bought more than 100 to 1,000, you paid pennies, maybe 25 cents a bag. Once again, with their branding on them. If they have no branding, it was like a penny per bag. And they include that with negligible weight, basically to get you to carry their dice with their logo on it. So people are like, where'd you get your dice? Here, overpay at this site right here. Whereas 50 cents, less than a dime, or DIY. I have a video on how to make that as well. This dice bag cost me less than $5 to make. Actually, I think it cost me less than $2 to make once I count the pewter Mjolnir on it. And you could probably buy these online for about 30 bucks. They're not cheap to get your hands on because they do take some time to make. Once again, I show you how to make it if you are industrious. I went off the rails a little bit more than I was intending to for this. So the takeaway here is, if you're willing to wait, look on AliExpress for boatloads of cheap dice. If they have dice that you're really wanting to get that they're not available on the cheap, wait a couple months and they will be. In fact, a set that I've been drooling over at $10 on AliExpress just hit $2 in time for the sale. So I'm going to be getting an upgrade to this. It's going to be a lovely light green and dark green using the new favorite technique, which is instead of doing a swirl like this, it's striated. It's got individual layers of color. I cannot wait. It just got cheap and it looks gorgeous. That's the new thing I've seen coming in dice, because a rainbow set was just released for about $13 is the cheapest you'll find it without a sale. $10 if it's on sale on AliExpress. And in a couple of months, as seen with the green ones that I've been drooling over, those should hit the bargain basement prices. Hopefully in time for next year's Pride. Maybe I'll do a giveaway then. I don't know yet. I'm keeping an eye on them. My girlfriend really wants them. She loves rainbows. And yeah, that's it. There is a barking dog. I came into this just wanting to say, hey, check out AliExpress for cheap dice. Went on a little rant. Haven't done one of those in a while. I still have plenty more to say, but I will save that for a podcast. I think I'm going to call it here. I have another rant brewing and I don't want to break into it. So, until next time, this is your guy, Cly, saying buy cheap dice from AliExpress and signing off.